The war for overhead bin space continues to cause turbulence for Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos in the skies above. Ripa and Consuelos aired their grievances with major airlines on Tuesday's Live with Kelly and Mark, which kicked off with Consuelos, who once famously shamed another plane passenger for taking up unnecessary overhead room, advising viewers to always try to board your flight first for key reasons. "This is what he doesn't need, more encouragement," Ripa joked, noting Consuelo's well-known penchant for getting to a seat first. "The sooner you get on, the likelier you are to have space in the overhead bin directly above your seat," Consuelos said on the air, before he called out an unspecified airline's boarding policies. "Every airline, it's people that need extra time to get on the plane, the wheelchairs and military, obviously they go first," Consuelo said. "There's one airline that goes, and then the executive blah 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 blah, and then the gold executive blah 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 blah, and then the pink executive blah 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 blah, and then the whatever color executive blah 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 blah. By the time you get on the plane, all the stuff's gone. All the overhead. I was very annoyed. It was very annoying." Ripa chimed in to reflect on her own harrowing experience with air travel. Only her issue was with another passenger, not the airline itself. The talk show icon remembered the incident, which occurred not too long ago on a flight. She said the overhead was surprisingly empty near the couple's seats, so she put her carry-on bag in the compartment instead of under the seat in front of her. "I put my backpack in the overhead, and the man that was sitting in front of me came on board, and he put his suitcase on top of my backpack, which I felt was aggressive," Ripa recounted. "So I got up and I moved his bag off of my backpack. I was like, huh? Then I sat back down. And then I sent you a text. I was like, did you see that man put his bag on top of my bag? I thought it was a weird flex." Ripa previously discussed in October 2024 her husband closing in on another man's baggage, as this time, every overhead compartment was occupied. She then turned to Consuelos to remember. "You took out a man's man purse," she said. "Mark took it out, put it between his legs, put my suitcase up there, and he goes, 'Is this somebody's bag?' I didn't even ask him," Consuelos confirmed. "I shamed him into doing that, like, put it under the seat." Live with Kelly and Mark airs weekdays in syndication. Check your local listings for showtimes in your area. The war for overhead bin space began, as most legendary conflicts do, on a Tuesday. Not just any Tuesday, but a Tuesday with the strangely electric energy of a day determined to be far more dramatic than its placement between Monday and Wednesday typically allowed. It was a day that had already started with a coffee shortage at the airport cafe, a security line that resembled molten lava, slow, heated, and dangerously unpredictable, and a terminal announcer whose broken microphone distorted every announcement into something that sounded like gargling underwater. Inside Gate 47B, Mark Consuelos surveyed his battlefield. The battlefield's official name was Gate 47B, departing to Los Angeles. But Mark, having fought wars of this nature countless times before, knew its true designation. Sector Alpha, pre-board zone. "Remember," he whispered to Kelly Ripa as they approached the roped-off lane, "boarding position is strategy. Precision. Discipline. You can't hesitate." Kelly raised an eyebrow. "We're going on vacation, Mark. Not storming Omaha Beach." "You say that," he said, holding up his phone triumphantly, "but according to my boarding app, we are in Group 5. That's not even bad." He turned to her with the grave seriousness of a man who had seen horrors, real horrors, unfold in overhead bins across America. "In Group 5, he said dramatically, "the overhead space directly above your seat is already a myth. A legend. A fairy tale people whisper about but never see in real life.
Kelly sighed.
Please don't start a speech. It's not a speech, Mark said. It's a warning. Before she could respond, the gate agent picked up the microphone. Or, more accurately, she picked up a device that claimed to be a microphone but behaved instead like an angry swarm of bees trapped inside a metal can. BZZHHCZZZFFFFFFFFSHHHH. We will begin bore. SSSHHHHHHHH. ING now with ZZZHT. Passengers requiring extra assistance. The crowd surged instantly, as if at any moment she might call their group next. Mark tensed. It begins. Kelly smacked his arm. Behave. A line formed. Pre-board passengers, families priority, Diamond Elite, Platinum Elite, Sapphire Elite, Moonstone Elite, Garnet Level Preferred, Pre-Preferred, Pre-Preferred, Unaccompanied Minors, Accompanied Minors, Emotionally Supported Minors, and at one point a group of monks who, oddly, were apparently Emerald Tier Elite. Mark watched each category with the analytical precision of a general mapping out troop formations. Too many elite tiers, he muttered. At this point, they should just call them people who definitely have overhead bin space and then everyone else. Kelly suppressed a laugh. Mark, you're vibrating. I am not vibrating. You are. Your shoulders are jumping like a washing machine on an uneven floor. Then the fateful words arrived. Now boarding. Group 5. Mark snapped to attention. Kelly, let's move. She held up a hand. Relax. Everyone else in Group 5 is moving too. That's why we can't relax. This is a race. But Kelly, professional, poised, and armed with a deep understanding of how to neutralize her husband in moments of combat, took her time. She double-checked her boarding pass. She tightened her ponytail. She adjusted the strap on her backpack. We're going to have overhead space, she said. I can feel it. Mark shook his head. Hope is not a plan. Yet against all odds, Kelly's prediction came true. When they finally stepped onto the plane, the overhead compartment above their row was astonishingly, gloriously empty. Mark stopped short. It's beautiful. It's literally just empty space, Mark. No, he insisted. It's the promised land. It's what our ancestors dreamed of. Kelly rolled her eyes and lifted her backpack toward the bin. But before she could secure it, before she could savor her small victory, another man